Hello. Thank you for choosing Alterlife. My name is Gabrielle, and I'll be your personal guide today. From the menu above, please select which of the following that you'd like to change. To make your selection, just tap directly on the screen. Excellent. So, it appears you'd like to make changes to your makeup. Is that correct? Okay. And would you like to make any other changes to accompany the look, such as your hair or any facial or body modifications today? Just your makeup? Of course. How about if there are certain facial modifications that may complement the look in a nice way, such as potentially your eye color or your lip shape? Are you open to seeing those suggestions? Perfect. All right. Okay, so to get started, I'm going to go ahead and synchronize your X chip with the Alterlife customization dashboard. This will allow me to make the changes in real time directly here through your mirror. Okay, in just a moment, the light above will go ahead and start the scan. So just go ahead and look at the light, please. Thank you. Perfect. You did great. It appears that your information is just about synced. And there we go. I have confirmation on my end and we're all set. All right, well, to begin, is there an event or anything you have in mind? Is there a reason for this new makeup look? Okay, perfect. And is there anything you'd like me to keep in mind, such as colors you'd like to avoid, or styles altogether, or just certain facial features that maybe you just like to showcase a little bit more than others? Okay. Perfect. Can you describe in a few words your makeup style preference? Do you tend to lean more towards clean looks or something more dramatic and detail-oriented? Excellent. Perfect. And how about finishes overall? Do you prefer a matte finish or something more dewy and hydrated? Okay. And what about glitter and sparkles and other special effects for the makeup? You're open to suggestions? Of course. And lastly, color palettes. Would you like to stick with a certain color palette? This is potentially to match an outfit you have in mind, or just to avoid certain colors altogether that you feel don't look good on you. Okay, perfect. Well, if from any of the suggestions that I'll show you here today, they don't quite match something you have in mind, just let me know. We can always go back to the drawing board and pull something different for your look, okay? Excellent. All right. Well, to get started, let's go ahead with your face shape. Now, this could be a minor anatomy change, of course, so just best suit the look, but please select which of the following face shapes that you'd like to have. Or we could stay with your current. Great choice. All right. Now we have freckle placement. Which of the following would you prefer for freckle placement? And if none, please select that option. Great choice. All right, and how about the shape of the freckles? Which of the following would you like to have? Yes, of course, we have the standard, more organic shapes, little circular, but then we also have stars and other shapes to choose from. Excellent choice. And now for the color of your freckles. Which of the following would you like for the color? Oh, that'll look really good. Great choice. Okay, next we have your brow shape. Which of the following brows would you prefer? Yeah, no, I think a lot of those would look great on you. Honestly, any of them. It's your choice. Excellent. Okay. And how about for color? Which of the following colors would you like for your eyebrows? Of Of course, these can match your hair, or we can customize them to one of these. Great choice. And which of the following eyeshadow styles would you like? If you're undecided between any of these options, I can show you some more. You like them, but you'd like to see a few more choices? Of course, not a problem. Next, we have these 5 options. Great choice. Okay. Now for color palette. Which of the following color palettes would you like applied to the eyeshadow style that you've just selected? Great choice. Let me go ahead and program that. Okay. Next we have graphic liner. Are any of the following liner choices of interest to you? Okay. And how about for color? Which of the following colors would you like applied to that graphic liner? Oh, that's going to look wonderful. Great choice. Next for your eyes, we have your eyelashes. Which of the following eyelash styles would you prefer for the look? Okay. And how about color? Which of the following colors would you like for your eyelashes? Great choice. And for your last eye customization option, we have your eye color. This isn't mandatory. All of these choices are optional, of course, but I do think they will suit the look really well. So I've pulled 5 different color options. Please let me know if any of these are of interest to you. Of course, you can always go back to your factory settings if you're not happy with the change. Great choice. Okay. All right. Up next, we have your blush. So which of the following blush placements are of interest to you? Great choice. Okay. And now for color, which of the following blush colors would you like to go with to match your look? Excellent. And then next we have highlight. Which of the following highlight styles would you like to go with for your look today? Excellent. And how about highlight color? Which of the following highlight colors would you like to go with? Great choice. Okay. And then lastly, for your face, we have your contour. Which of the following contour styles would you like to go with? Excellent. And how about contour colors? Which of the following contour color would you like to go with for this look? Great choice. Yep, that's what I would have picked for you. Excellent. Okay. Lastly, to finish off your look, we have a few options for your lips. Now, this is another category where you can change to choose your anatomy a little bit if you like. However, remember, we can always revert it back to your factory settings. So, are any of the following lip shapes of interest to you for this look? No, there won't be any pain or anything like that. It will be applied in real time right here at your mirror just by activating the nodes via your X-Chip dashboard, which you've already granted me access to earlier. Perfect. Great choice. All right. And which of the following lip colors would you like to go with for this look? Perfect. And what about lip liner? Would you like any of the following lip liner styles? Perfect. All right. And with that last change, that concludes your look. All right. So now the last step will just be to apply these changes directly to your face map. In a moment, I'm going to go ahead and open up your cerebral face map and go ahead and activate those nodes directly by tapping my finger on the screen here, and it will make those changes in real time. Okay? There is no pain, and in the end, if you're not happy with any of these choices, we can always go back and change them. Okay? All right. So for this part, just sit back and relax. And you can look directly at me, but just be relaxed is the most important part. Okay, just one moment. The changes are really coming together. You picked a beautiful look. Yeah, you definitely know what suits your features and your new ones. Almost done. And are you sure you don't want to make any changes to your hair? Okay, no. No, your hair is beautiful. I just always like to ask. All right. And with that, your changes have been applied. What do you think? You love it? Great. Glad to hear. All right. Well, let me just check here on the status of your Alterlife U subscription service. It does appear here that you are signed up for another couple of months of the service. Would you like to go ahead and renew early? I can give you a 10% discount if you choose to renew the Alterlife U service. Okay, perfect. All right, well, I'll go ahead and program that here. So you'll be seeing me a little bit more for a little longer. Let's go ahead and extend your subscription. To do so, I'm going to take your Retina wallet payment. From the same place that your cerebral scan happened earlier, the Retina wallet will also be active. Okay. In a moment, your Retina wallet payment will begin to process. Please look directly at the light. Thank you. Perfect. In just a moment, I should receive a confirmation. And there we are. All right. And with that, you are all set. Well, take care of yourself and thank you for choosing Alterlife. Bye-bye.